everyone! Electric Wolf is back! Whee! I had been busy for the last couple of weeks and I had a lot of tech issues, so I meant to play a different game. It's a bear! Okay, I wasn't expecting a bear. Okay, so let me explain first and then we get to bear. So, yeah, I was gonna play a game and then I was having a lot of tech issues and then I kept having tech issues, so I just sort of couldn't upload anything for a while. That's long and short of it. But there's a bear! Bear is the most important part of this. Oh, he's got a cute little background. Is his name Sir Barrington? Why would you ask if that's a bear? Of course he's a bear, and he's a good bear. Oh. Was that a yes? Does he not know English?
Your guess is as good as mine. Mine says we can go in.
Yeah, that's a good guess. The bear is a good guy.
Should we?
Alright, let's do it. How did that bear even you turned the door handle? You don't question it, it's a bear.
Oh, wow. Swanky.
Swanky, that's... Whew. That's a term I hadn't heard in a while.
What? I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms.
Ooh, why is it a little laggy for me?
Is swanky too out of date?
Yeah.
It's certainly before my time.
Oh, Miss Flores!
Ooh, why are you being so
Excuse us for the
swanky?
intrusion. My name is Turing, and
Oh, I know who you are.
Oh.
I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight?
Oh.
I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case.
Oh. Oh, there's some sass here.
Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat you.
Is that Pat? Pat won't eat us. He's a good boy. Look at him. He's happy to be here. I know, it's confusing.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet.
Oh.
This philosophy
great.
is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you.
That's a strange philosophy, but okay.
Do you understand?
I'm going to pretend like I understand what's going on.
Not really.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him, either.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
You so much stuff here. Biggest strawberries you've ever seen are assembled in a china bowl on the coffee table. They look too good to eat. That might be the point. A thin stream of steam escapes the delicate spout. The handling of the teapot is strictly the domain of the host servants, at least in homes of this class, like the bear. The teapot itself is busy, but the computerized pot holder takes note of your requested temperature change. Oh, that's neat. Rosie 893 unit, or RO51E. From the emblem on the side, it sits patiently near Pat in a sort of ambient sleep mode, playing light instrumental music. Like the high-stakes social light relationships it monitors, the Rosie is extremely delicate. Rosie units are designed to remain in sleep mode until reactivated only by its owner's voice. Oh, that's neat. Media Blitz.
Media Blitz disabled touch interactivity on their show after the appearance of their new host, a former swimming champion, led to thousands of screens being fondled into disrepair.
That's weird. A direct feed viewer requests that... Oh. There's so much to look at! The control monitor is fixed on the back wall of the room. Temperature set so low it's freezing. Because you got a polar bear. Only Madame Flores and a team of techno-archaeologists could figure out how to make this fossil run. A gardening ROM. Malcolm model ROM is tending to the garden. There's climate-controlled globe towers in the lounge. Ooh. Audio box looks impossible to open, but rubbing the outside does produce a nice squeaky plastic on furniture sound. Oh, that's a weird thing to call nice, but sure. Wide window doors, leading to a plush garden. Can one truly use an open door? Hey, you could close it. They're like open to conversation. Small fountain adores a courtyard. This pleasant bubbling sound can just barely be heard over TV and outdoor ambience. I'm not going to throw in. No wishes for you. Curses! Plush purple fainting chair dominates the room. Never heard anyone call this a fainting chair, but guess that's what it could be called. This chair keeps a strict 1-to-1 human to animal ratio. She's recovering from social exhaustion. Conversation chairs are in the tea room. Hello, cat. Most regal robotic cat in the world. The most regal looking robotic cat in the world sits prim and proper on the fainting chair. And monocolor says Lily. Lily the robot cat purrs. Oh. Hi, Pat.
Melody keeps unusual company.
Is great.
Ursus maritimus, if I'm not mistaken. That might be why the temperature controls are set so low in here.
Yeah, that would explain it.
I wasn't aware you knew the scientific name of the species. Ooh, has my interest in proper nomenclature started to rub off on you?
Sure. Yeah, he's...
Plenty. Have you heard of a Kermode bear, also known as a spirit bear? Or he could be a
spirit bear.
bear, or even a pisley.
A pisley?
But he's not. It's a polar bear.
I want to... Melody's butler's not yours. He'll offer service when and only when his mistress permits. Can I talk to Pat? So, Grr and stuff. I love it. And Melody Flores. Nanomachine Harris and the owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group. Try again when you have a trust fund or hold a majority of a Fortune 500 company. Yeah.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
Because he's dead.
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
No, we've been doing this for like
Any
2 months
information
now.
you might have.
We're almost in the end game.
Access to any of his research notes, and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know. We're near the end game. We gotta figure this stuff out. We're in Act 4. We've been doing this for like 3 months. You gotta tell us. You gotta give us the secrets.
Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people.
Oh no.
When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see.
No.
Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
Yeah.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt.
Whoa. Kieran's got a family. What? Huh. I mean, that makes sense.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, as close to an aunt as you could be, but, huh. Wasn't, interesting.
I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
Yay. You have an aunt, Turing. That's... Huh.
I'm touched, Melody.
Oh.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
But you're our aunt. You have to love us. You have to get us a cake.
Indeed, I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
I think I see some of the
Oh,
dots,
Hayden
but...
wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not primarily. Not to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but it's best you know the truth.
Was Turing an accident? Did they forget to put on special robot did his parents forget to put on special robot condoms?
Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Oh. This isn't as fun. This is weird.
You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah? Because if you can make a robot that's like a human, you can make a human that's like a robot.
The concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades.
Think about it, you could live forever.
Functional immortality is a powerful lure.
Yeah, that would explain why people killed him. Because they didn't want people being immortal.
The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals.
Yeah, and the brain only lives for so long, so you need to like... So yeah, because the brain only lives for a certain amount of time too, you need to figure out a way to like make the brain permanent.
So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents.
Yeah, that would take a lot of code, though. That would be an insane project to take on.
Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did.
That makes sense, yeah.
So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that were, frankly, baffling and let them loose.
That's a good way to do it. You just have like 20 programs that run and learn, and you just take the best one and start more generations of it.
To make sure they value the same things humans do.
Yeah. And then you take essentially a generation of it, figure out which one's the best, start a new generation with about 20 more. And then you just do that until you get the desired results.
And we eventually end up with you, Churi.
So while you're generation 1, you'd really be like generation 20.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped.
Except for when he's not.
You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Huh.
Sure, if you can even call it involvement. It's a small city. And if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else.
That's fair, actually, yeah.
When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants. Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here.
Huh.
I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do.
That's interesting.
I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
Can't really tell him that, so don't worry about that.
Don't worry. I won't.
No.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear. I didn't say that.
Oh. Music change. Story
Hayden
time.
is quite interested in touring, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving touring. And I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community. See, the most impressive part about you touring is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work.
Huh.
Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware.
Maybe.
Much like how you function.
I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding specialized task?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure, there's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important part of that.
Yeah.
But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software.
Huh.
Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever. But there's more than enough people who are.
Thank you for this, Melody. I understand so little of my origins.
Seems only one person
I'm sorry,
understood.
I don't know more of the specifics.
Seems like the only one who could tell us more specifics is not here.
Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course.
Unless
we'll
they've
keep
been
looking.
burned.
Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
Sure. Oh, hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years.
That's a long time to stab people.
I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct-link VR neural implants to System 1. Things were going great, but after the first models sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me. Literally.
Oh.
I turned him down. Very politely, I might add. And then, suddenly, all of the cooperation between our companies dried up.
Don't know if you'd be honest about that or not, but sure.
We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damned careful about trusting him if I were you. He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants. Still, I suppose if he tried again now, I might not turn him down.
It's more than enough information.
It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his.
That's more than
I
enough.
can get back to my retirement.
Yeah, good day.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it. I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you.
Sure.
Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere.
More friends.
He owes me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
That would be appreciated.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park?
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Don't show him everything we have.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
Oh, that's sweet. Goodbye, Bear. Goodbye, Cat. Goodbye, Aunt. So we have Golden Gate Park to go to next. I think I will do that in the next episode. I'm just gonna go home and I will call it here. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Glad I could finally get back to the series. Hopefully there's no more tech issues. Please. Please. There's this electricwolf signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!